Hey Shelby Bells, it's Shelby. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in for another video. In today's video, you guys, we have to talk about Jaclyn Hill because Jaclyn Hill has gone on to Instagram recently. She's talking about her lipstick situation, and you guys, she's singing a different tune than the history that I know about these lipsticks and the history that a lot of people know about these lipsticks, and I thought we should talk about it because I wonder what her motives are behind this. I think I might know the reason. If you're interested in hearing more about that drama, make sure that you keep on watching. Before we get into today's drama, you guys, if you're new here, my name is Shelby. I'm the crazy cat lady of the drama community here on YouTube. I bring you drama, tea, commentary, gossip videos, whatever the heck I want to talk to you guys about every single day on my YouTube channel with the help of Mr. and Miss Kitty, my investigative research team. Isn't that right, Miss Kitty? So they're here, they provide us the tea. Miss Kitty loves to chime in. She is the brains behind the operation, and oftentimes you'll see Mr. Kitty, he is the face of the operation. We are here to give you guys the tea. So if you're into that kind of a thing, make sure that you guys give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post, and remember that all Shelby bells ring the bell. Okay, so let's get into this drama, you guys, because Jaclyn Hill posted this little thing onto her IG story, and it was her saying, like, not me wearing the lipsticks that, you know, like, she's basically roasting the fact of her lipstick gate drama back in the day, saying she still wears them and all that. Right, Miss Kitty? I know, Miss. And so what were your thoughts when that happened, Miss? Miss Kitty said that she thought that was super shady. You thought it was super shady, Miss? I thought it was shady too, Miss, because here's the thing. Let us not forget. Let's take a trip in the time machine back 3 years, Miss. That's before we were doing drama videos like that, but you remember what happened, Miss, don't you? You remember what happened. Jaclyn Hill launched these lipsticks, and there was a huge scandal with them. You want us to roll in the thing? Okay, so Miss Kitty was like, Mama, let us not forget what Raw Beauty Christie, all other drama channels, all the beauty gurus, all the stuff we're saying about the lipsticks at the time. She wanted me to show you this clip from Raw Beauty Christie's video on Jaclyn Hill's lipsticks back in the day so you can get a refresher, so I'm gonna roll it.
That's a huge one, I know. It's like there's more than one. Yep, definitely. Oh my gosh.
I just pulled that out.
Holy cow.
Oh my God. All right, so that was the shade Cheeky. It's definitely bothersome looking. We're gonna do a control lipstick though. Let's do the Charlotte Tilbury Kim KW. Let's look at that for control to see what a regular average lipstick looks like, okay? Doesn't have any hairs, doesn't have any holes. No hairs, no holes, that's what I always say. This is the shade Gossip. Oh dear. Lots of little air bubbles. Okay, this is the one I'm the most interested to see because this is the actual hairiest one. I don't know what these hairs are, but we are about to find out. That is absolutely mortifying. What are these hairs?
All right, so the first thing I want to touch base on are the little black dots or black holes that you guys are seeing. What these black dots are actually oxygen bubbles, and they are being lifted to the surface when my lipstick bullet is being cooled off, when it's going from a hot temperature, fresh out of the vat, and it's gonna go into my actual component and just be cooled down so that the component cap can be put on top. In that process, sometimes those oxygen bubbles don't make it all the way through, and you'll see little itty bitty, almost like black-like holes. It's not actually like black holes. Again, it's not mold, it is oxygen, and it is 100% safe. It is not gonna hurt you, but seeing those dots are not pretty, and they're not like you don't look at that component, you don't look at that lipstick and think like, oh yeah, I want to put this on my lips. So if you're experiencing that, please contact help@jaclyncosmetics.com. Show us a photo of your product. We will send you not only a full refund, but we will also give you a brand new lipstick that does not have any of those issues that you're concerned about. The second thing I want to touch on is the texture and the grittiness that you guys are seeing in your lipsticks. Now, although this is not happening to everybody, it's still happening. And basically what this is caused from is the humongous vats. It's almost like, I always want to use the word beaker, but it's not like a beaker or smaller. It's like these gigantic, huge vats that are in labs. It's like this gigantic thing that holds all of your lipstick and it like spins like this and mixes everything up. That vat is not breaking down all of my raw materials because we produce so many lipsticks so quickly. Again, all the products in these vats are 100% FDA approved ingredients and totally good and safe for you to use, but they're not being broken down small enough and smoothly enough, which I take full responsibility for. We made a lot of product in a very short amount of time, and although we all thought that it was gonna be perfect and fresh, that's not the case. We moved too quickly, and because of that, the ingredients are not broken down. I will say this, you're still gonna get the same effect on your lips. They're still gonna give you a nice creamy formulation. It's still gonna look beautiful once it's applied, but it's not pretty to look at. And when you apply it, sometimes you can feel like a little bit of that texture and that grittiness, and that is so not okay. And I want to make that right for you. And I will do whatever it takes to make it up for you. I will send you a brand new lipstick. I will pay for it myself. I'll give you a full refund. I don't care. I want you guys to experience the products that I approved, that I love, and what I want to create for my brand going forward. Next, let's talk about the white fuzzies. This is the thing that gets me going. So when I first heard the definition and the reason for these white fuzzies on some of these lipsticks, I 100% did not believe it. I got very upset and I was like, why are you lying to me? Why are you trying to treat me like I'm an idiot? This is ridiculous. Like, I need a better explanation. But after thorough investigation, we know what the actual issue is. And I know that a lot of you guys are gonna have a hard time believing this because I did as well. This is the truth. Because my lipstick component is a silver, shiny, almost metal-like material, my lab, instead of using a standard glove that they would use in the lab, they decided to use white cotton gloves. They're like fluffy white gloves because they didn't want the standard gloves to put any smears on this component, to in any way have any sort of prints on it. So they wanted to do a white fluffy glove. First, when I heard this, I thought, but wait, how are a couple people wearing white fluffy gloves gonna put this many fluffy white little fuzzies all over my product? That doesn't make sense, right? Well, then once I started seeing videos and I started seeing proof, and then my team actually did our own investigation, it actually made a lot more sense in my mind, and I'll tell you guys exactly what that is. We have several people, up to 20 people, working on my lipsticks on the line every single day as they're being produced, and every single one of those people are wearing white gloves. When I tell you guys how many times a day they have to change gloves and put on new ones, it's crazy. Every time they need to take a call, they have to step off the floor, off the line, out of the production area, they have to take off their gloves, and they have to get brand new ones when they walk back in. They have to take off their hair nets, they have to take off their beard nets, they have to replace everything once they come back in. They don't get to walk out, go to the bathroom, put on the same gloves, and come back in. So when you think about 15, 20 people working on a line, all replacing their gloves every 30 minutes, 45 minutes, hour, hour and a half, it's a lot of brand new, freshly white gloves coming in to that region that is spreading lint all over the product. Not acceptable at all. And the second we saw this, we changed to different gloves that will not be giving you this issue whatsoever. On top of that, they were cleaning my vats, which is the big, humongous bucket that has my batches inside of it. They were cleaning those vats with like this white fiber, almost towel going through it. And that's been happening about once a day, they said, to sometimes twice a day, depending how quickly we're moving through batches. So with those two things combined, that is what you are experiencing, are little white cotton fibers coming off of their gloves. And it is so beyond unacceptable, and I am so sorry this happened to you guys, and for obvious reasons, we will no longer be making any more products with this lab because that's just not what you guys deserve.
So we have mold, we have hairs, we have tiny black little dots or air bubble things, you know, that just like issues with the way that the lipstick is kind of like put into the package, like messy around the edge and stuff. And there's a lot of issues with these lipsticks, you guys. And I think it's very interesting that now Jaclyn Hill is changing the tune to her song, saying that only 2% of the lipsticks, you guys are leaning like lean with it, rock with it. I think it's very interesting now that Jaclyn Hill is changing her tune, changing all of that, saying that only 2% of the lipsticks were affected and all of that. Now listen, I was looking on Twitter and I saw that somebody said that even if she produced 100,000 units of this lipstick, if 2% of them were contaminated, that is 2,000 lipsticks, and that would be a recall if you were dealing with food, right? Big like drama with that lipstick gate. It was huge. It pushed Jaclyn Hill into a big depression, pushed Jaclyn Hill to start drinking a lot, you know, and she came out on top. And I will say, you guys, that Jaclyn Cosmetics, since that whole launch, I did give it a shot. I'm actually wearing one of her liquid lipsticks today. I really like her liquid lipsticks formula. This is so old. The writing is off of it, but this is a Jaclyn lipstick. You can kind of see it right there. Kinda, but it's worn off by now. This is the shade Confidence that I'm wearing, and I have liked everything else that I have tried from Jaclyn Cosmetics, and I've heard that people really do like the stuff from Jaclyn Cosmetics. This first launch of the lipsticks was a huge and total disaster and flop. Now for Jaclyn Hill to come back around and say that it was only 2% of people that had issues, everybody else was super happy, all of that. Listen, I know that social media people can be loud. I know that the haters can be loud, and that, you know, I get it. I understand the tea. But I don't believe that now, looking 3 years later, we can say that this was just a 2% of the lipstick situation, and that, you know, all the rest of them were fine, and it really wasn't that big of a scandal or whatever, because Jaclyn Hill has admitted that this lipstick gate, her lipsticks, a very infamous thing for her, caused her much grief and much strife in the past when she was dealing with this, right? So why is she bringing them up again? Why is she taking pictures with them? Why is she whatever? By the way, I have one right here. This is the shade Sophia, and this one has been kind of like cut up and everything. This is how much is left, and this is not how it came. Obviously, it's been cut up and dug into and all that, but you know, I don't wear it. I'll be honest, I don't wear it, but I have one right here. It's a piece of makeup history, if you will. I like to keep little pieces of makeup history. The component was absolutely gorgeous on this. I mean, so pretty with a little diamond there and like the silver. It was just really gorgeous packaging. I love that. So much better than the packaging of this. Like I love this, but I realized that these cost a lot of money, and I think she lost a lot of money with that. So they're here or there. My point is, why do we think she's bringing them up again, showing that she's wearing them? She has mentioned in the past before that she does still wear some of her old lipsticks and stuff, and I'm sure she's not going to wear the ones that were contaminated, you know what I mean? I think aside from the fact that they were contaminated and like moldy and hairy and like holy, I think that they were like really pretty shades of nude lipsticks. When I first saw the launch video of these lipsticks, when she was revealing everything, I was super excited. I love a good nude lip. Most of us out there love a good nude lip for a good everyday moment, right? And I think we were all excited. Now, does this mean that she's going to try to relaunch bullet lipsticks? I think that as a natural progression of her beauty brand, having a bullet lipstick would be something that she would want in her line. Now, the thing is, that is a very controversial kind of, it's going to cause some drama, it's going to get people to talk because of the history with this, right? So, I don't know. I think that the first launch of the lipsticks was awful. I do not think Jaclyn Hill would ever allow anything like that to happen again with her products. Since the hairy lipstick situation, there has not been really an issue with quality and stuff that's happened with her makeup. Now, there was some controversy with the bronzers that she came out with. Some people said they were a little bit patchy, and you know, the shade range wasn't really good for some of her stuff that she came out with. But as far as a safety issue, there was not really a safety issue or like a health concern with any of the products that she's been released, right? And let's just put it this way. Not every makeup line is going to have a product that's a banger every single time. So if she had some stuff that was a little bit patchy or whatever, girl, welcome to the club, because all beauty brands have a product that just doesn't really work. It's just not really the best, right? At least for certain people. Now, that's not knocking. If you love those patchy bronzers or whatever that she came out with, girl, more power to you. No shade, whatever. It's not unlike a brand to come out with something that's not really a banger, if you will. So I don't really count that against her. I just think that's kind of like a normal thing for a beauty brand. There's even some stuff from like my favorite cosmetics lines, like Jeffree Star Cosmetics. There's some stuff from him that I'm just not a huge fan of, because they're just not bangers to me, right? Miss Kitty wants to be heard. What is it, Miss? What is it, Miss? Miss Kitty says that she thinks that Jaclyn Hill is going to come out with a new line of bullet lips. Now, Miss Kitty, the question is, Miss, are you here? So, Miss Kitty, do you think that she's going to relaunch the same lipsticks that she did with the same color range and everything, with the nudes and that whole thing, Miss? You think she's going to change it up. Okay, Miss. And so what do you think? Do you think she's going to launch like red bullets first or whatever? I kind of think that it would be very interesting for Jaclyn to relaunch the whole thing again, but like new and improved. You know what I mean? So that's what I think that she should do. I think she should relaunch the entire shade of nude lips, redone, reformulated, whatever, with the lab that she's currently using, and see how that works. Because here's the thing, the shade ranges were gorgeous. She had so many pretty nudes in there, and I think that that's something that a lot of us would want, right? When she first announced this, people were so excited about having, you know, these beautiful nude lipsticks. They were all so gorgeous. So I personally think that it would be a good idea for her to relaunch the lipsticks. Now, it will not be without its drama, and I'm sure that it's a pretty, you know, scary thing for her to even think about doing. Is she online talking about the lipsticks now to amp up for that? Is she online now trying to, it's been 3 years, trying to get people to remember how things happened differently? Like, what is the reason for that? Or is this all just a coincidence? I don't know. I for one, think that what Jaclyn Hill does, it's never a coincidence. I think that she's very calculated with how she presents herself online, what she puts online, and all of that. And even down to the fiasco with this lipsticks, I've heard some conspiracy theories out there that Jaclyn Hill lives by this theory. And let me tell you the theory. So I've heard some conspiracy theories out there that Jaclyn Hill lives by the theory that when you, that it's kind of like what happened with Kylie Cosmetics in the beginning. You launch something for your brand, it's a huge fiasco, it's a disaster, it's major drama, major tea, and then you have this big redemption arc with your brand with the rest of it. And it kind of like is a good marketing tool, saying that, like, you know, like you like fallen, but then you got back up. And I've heard that Jaclyn Hill, that's what she does with her brand. And if that's the case, then she won't let this happen again, because it was all part of the plan to begin with. That's my conspiracy theory. Not even my conspiracy theory, but it's a conspiracy theory I've heard out there before. I don't know. I, for one, I can't imagine someone, you know, losing that much money, losing, you know, putting themselves through so much drama. And then honestly, I think that you can probably tell that when you look at Jaclyn Hill and how that affected her. I mean, she went into like a huge binge drinking phase and all of this stuff. And if you've been watching Jaclyn's journey, you've been watching her kind of climb out of that. So I don't know. I don't see how that could happen. But then again, these influencers and stuff, they surprise me all the time. So who knows? But anyway, I personally think that she will be gearing up to launch bullet lipsticks sometime in the future, especially if she keeps mentioning her old bullet lipsticks. And now she's trying to, it seems, change the story a little bit and see who remembers exactly how it went down and who has forgotten and moved on. Seems like that's kind of where she's heading in that direction for me. I don't know. I'll be honest. If Jaclyn Hill launches bullet lipsticks in the future, I will give it a shot. I will give it a shot. I don't think she'll let the same thing happen as what happened with these. And if they're anything like the quality of her liquid lips, I love the liquid lip formula. I also love her lip liner formula. I love the products that I have personally tried from Jaclyn Cosmetics. So I will give it a go if it is indeed going to be launched soon. So that's just my thing on that. So look forward to that, me reviewing that or whatever you guys want, if that actually does come out. But anyway, let me know what you think about all that drama in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. And aside from that, that's going to be it for today's video, you guys. If you did enjoy it, make sure you give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below. Don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified of all my future videos when they do post. Remember, all Shelby bells ring the bell. And yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, you guys, YouTube should be suggesting a couple more down here for you to choose from, so I'd love it if you did that. And aside from that, I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.